So we have got correspondents across Ukraine, in Russia, through Europe, the United States as well. We have the Ukrainian ambassador to Qatar, who will be joining us here in the studio at some point as well. However, first, we'll have this report from Leah Harding as she wraps up what's happened so far.
The months-long buildup of Russian troops has turned into an invasion. Ukraine is under attack. Military bases, airports, and aircraft have been targeted and bombed. Military vehicles have been seen coming across the border from Belarus in the north. In the east, Ukraine's Air Force has shot down several Russian aircraft. All the while, the skies over multiple cities, including the capital Kiev, lit up, waking up residents in the early hours of Thursday as Russian attacks began.
Not very many could have, predicted that he would be striking at so many multiple targets.
The civilian casualties are unknown, though Russia says it will only attack military posts. Ukraine has responded by declaring a state of martial law.
Dear Ukrainians, this morning President Putin announced a special military operation in Donbass. Russia carried out strikes on our military infrastructure, on our border guards. Explosions were heard in many cities of Ukraine. We introduced martial law throughout the state. I had a conversation with US President Joe Biden. The US is starting to gather international support. Today we need you, each of you, to be calm. If possible, stay at home, please. We are working. The army is working. The entire security and defense sector of Ukraine is working.
The attacks come after Vladimir Putin declared 2 separatist areas in the Donbass region in eastern Ukraine as independent and said Russian civilians there need protection. The battle for Luhansk and Donetsk has been going on since 2014, with more than 14,000 people killed in fighting between Russian-backed separatists and the Ukrainian army. Now, Putin has demanded Ukrainian forces retreat.
We
urge you to lay down arms immediately and go home. I will explain. All servicemen of the Ukrainian army who comply with this requirement can freely leave the area of military actions and return to their families. Whoever would try to stop us and further create threats to our country, to our people, should know that Russia's response will be immediate and lead you to such consequences that you have never faced in your history. We are ready for any outcome.
The operation began despite last-ditch appeals from members of the UN Security Council for calm, with Ukraine's ambassador to the UN demanding his Russian counterpart on the council step down as chairman.
Call Putin, call Lavrov to stop aggression. There is no purgatory for war criminals. They go straight to hell, Ambassador.
The US and the European Union have warned of a catastrophic loss of life with immediate calls for more dialogue.
These are among the darkest hours for Europe since the end of World War II.
Schools have closed in Ukraine and metro stations are ready to be used as emergency shelters as they wait to see if Russia will occupy their country. Leah Harding, Al Jazeera.